Well, the crazy thing is, Mike, that this episode is airing at the end of April. So it's almost May.
Almost May.
Welcome to Nice Ashes. Join hosts Mike and Nate for cigars and culture. Let's go beyond the smoke.
What are we smoking today, Nate?
We are smoking the Romeo y Julieta Medallas de Oro Vintage Toro.
Yes, we are. And I'm excited for this one.
Same, big same. The cap doesn't taste like ass, so that's a good sign.
Good start.
First few puffs, I like this. There's some spice in there.
There's spice, but it's not dark. It's a medium-bodied cigar.
It's very nice. I am pairing this with an Oliphant Brewing Gorb, which is another hazy IPA from them. I do like the hazies, as I've previously disclosed.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do you like juicy IPAs?
Yeah. I'm not overly fond of overly fruity or a lot of kind of artificial flavors in my beer or my drinks, but some of the juicies are pretty good too. So I think one of them I had previously in a previous episode this season was, I think, kind of grapefruit. Had some grapefruit juice in there or something, and that was pretty good.
That sounds good. That does sound good. I'm pairing my cigar with water. Much more suitable for the cigar.
Yes, indeed.
So what are we going to talk about today, Nate?
We have a guessing game this episode, and this guessing game is for Mike, and also for our listeners if you want to. I had grand schemes, Mike, of putting together a scorecard and keeping track of your score throughout this whole thing, and then I kind of lost interest in that. But this guessing game
keep track. I can keep track.
So this guessing game is broken into three distinct parts, three types of questions. And I will talk about a little bit more about those as we move along here. But I needed to provide some background for our listener. Mike already knows all this stuff. But we are going to be doing a Victorian slang guessing game.
Interesting. Very interesting. Mike already knows all this stuff. Ha ha.
Well, not all the slang, but he knows. Like, I'm going to give some background information on Victorian England. And Mike mostly knows all of this stuff, I believe. It's not news for Mike that Victorian England was the period of time when Queen Victoria ruled the United Kingdom from 1837 to 1901. He might not have remembered all the dates, but apparently it was one of the most transformative eras in British history, marked by rapid industrialization, the expanding empire, social change, and a strong cultural emphasis on morality and propriety. And kind of that morality and stuff gave way to a lot of this slang. So some major features were the industrialization and urban growth. There's factories, railways, mechanized production. Cities like London and Manchester grew rapidly. People moved from the rural areas to industrial jobs. Also, the British Empire expanded during this period of time. This was when the British Empire was at its largest. They ruled territories across Asia, Africa, and the Americas. They had strong social hierarchies. They had the aristocracy and landed gentry. They had a growing middle class, which was your merchants and professionals, and there was working class and urban poor. Each of the groups had distinct speech patterns and slang. So the Victorian slang ranged from polite society phrases to criminal cant.
Yes.
There were moral and social codes, so they really valued and emphasized respectability, proper etiquette, restraint in speech and behavior. So this formal surface culture coexisted with extremely colorful slang, particularly in working class neighborhoods, taverns, theaters, and criminal circles. So language has changed since the Victorian era. Formality has decreased. It was a lot more formal and elaborate. So the Victorian style is, I should be most obliged if you would kindly convey my regards to your esteemed mother. The modern equivalent is, please say hi to your mom. Or the modern equivalent is, word to your mother. A lot of the slang terms disappeared, but some of them did survive. The criminal cant declined largely because it spread into mainstream culture and it became less secret, so it kind of left. There were a lot of global influences in the English vocabulary. So shampoo came from Hindi. Bungalow came from Hindi, pajamas came from Urdu and Hindi, and safari came from Swahili. Technology changed communication, so Victorians communicated primarily through letters, newspapers, books, and telegraph messages, and today it's, of course, texting, social media, memes, and things of that nature. That is the brief, quick rundown of Victorian England. We've got 75 questions, Mike, just for you. We're going to start out easy and gradually work harder and harder.
We'll see. We'll see.
Our first tier, we've got 3 tiers. The first tier is the gentlefolk tier. Every correct answer is 1 point. This would be common expressions in polite society. The next tier up in difficulty is the streetwise tier, which would be common in cities, taverns, and everyday life. Every correct answer is worth 2 points. And then we have the most difficult tier, which is the criminal cant tier, which is the secret slang used by thieves, rogues, and the criminal underworld and some podcasters. And every correct answer in the criminal cant tier is worth 3 points.
That is a lot of questions to cover.
Well, we'll see how far we get. We don't have to get through all of it. It's supposed to be fun.
There we go.
And so how it's going to look, Mike, is we're going to go into the gentlefolk tier right now. I have the word. I can spell the word for you if you would like to. I have it used in a sentence, and then I have 3 answers for you to choose from.
Okay.
So it's not just, hey, what does this word mean? With no context. I've got all the context. This is almost like a spelling bee, but it's a little more fun, I hope. The first word, are you ready?
Yes.
Afternoonified. Here's your sentence. I fear those gloves are hardly afternoonified enough for tea with Lady Harrington. So the A is dirty from travel. B is newly imported. C, fashionable or refined.
C.
You are correct. You're better at this than you led me to believe, Mike.
Sure.
Okay. The next phrase is bang up to the elephant. The sentence. The new handsome cab is quite bang up to the elephant, the best in London. A, perfect. B, oversized. C, expensive.
A.
You are correct. The next word is bricky. It was quite bricky of the boy to defend his sister before the entire school. A is foolish. B is wealthy. C is brave.
C.
You are correct. This one we still use today, so you should probably get it. Dressed to the nines. Miss Turner arrived dressed to the nines, turning every head in the ballroom. A, extremely well dressed. B, wearing 9 accessories. C, poorly dressed.
A.
You are correct. He is 100% so far.
Well, these are pretty easy so far.
Oh, it just means you're respectable in Victorian London. The next one is mad as hops. The professor came storming from Parliament mad as hops. A is sick with fever. B, laughing uncontrollably. C, very excited.
C.
You are correct. The next one is mind the grease. Kindly mind the grease and allow the lady to pass. A is avoid the mud. B, make way for someone. C, pay attention.
I'm going to say A.
You're incorrect. Mind the grease does not mean avoid the mud. It means make way for someone. But avoid the mud would have worked, I guess, as well in that sentence example.
Right. You tricked me.
Yes. I'm not above that. Fly. That fellow is far too fly to be cheated at cards. A, wealthy. B, loud. C, clever.
C.
You are correct. Jammy. You are a jammy fellow indeed to inherit such a fortune. A, lucky. B, lazy. C, gluttonous.
A.
You are correct. Next word, screamer. That hat is a screamer. Everyone in the promenade admires it. A is ridiculous. B is very loud. C, extremely impressive.
C.
You are correct.
Though I would argue B could mean the same thing.
It could, yeah. Kind of like a peacocking or something, right?
Right.
Oh, this is a nice firm cigar. Very, very pleased so far.
Very firm and very spicy, and the flavor is already changing a quarter of the way through.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The next word is absquatulate. Upon seeing the constable, the fellow promptly absquatulated. A, begged forgiveness. B, hid. C, ran away suddenly.
I'm going to go with A.
Begged forgiveness is incorrect. The correct answer is run away suddenly.
Absconded, I guess that was a hint.
Yep. And the next word is skedaddle, which we still use, at least where I'm from. The children skedaddled when the headmaster appeared. A, ran away quickly. B, hid under desks. C, began studying.
A.
A is correct. Now we said some of these did survive. The next one is gumption. You must show some gumption if you wish to succeed in business. A, charm. B, wealth. C, common sense.
C.
You are correct.
They still use that word where I live.
Yeah, they still use it where I live, too. The next word is Donnybrook. The tavern erupted into a Donnybrook after midnight. A, loud brawl. B, debate. C, song contest.
A.
A is correct. Next word is mollycoddle. Stop mollycoddling the boy. He must learn discipline. A, overprotecting. B, feeding sweets. C, ignoring.
A.
A is correct. The next one we still use, or I use when I'm pretending to be an old person. The next word is whippersnapper. That young whippersnapper dares to lecture his elders. A, an arrogant young person, B, a messenger boy, or C, a skilled worker?
A.
Yes. That young skilled worker dares to lecture his elders.
That's right. That's right.
That's all Mike does all day long. All right, the next word is lark. Let us sneak into the garden. It will be a fine lark. A, scandal. B, mischievous adventure. C, bird hunt.
B.
B is correct. I'm excited to get to the other tiers, Mike.
I'm going to guess a lot fewer answers. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The next word is toady. He flatters the mayor constantly. Such a toady. Some of these sentences give away the meaning. Not this one, though. A, enemy. B, loyal friend. C, servile flatterer.
C.
C is correct. The next word is gas. His speech was full of gas and little substance. A, poetry. B, inspiration. C, empty talk.
C.
You are correct. Cracked. The inventor is quite cracked, but brilliant. A, eccentric. B, injured. C, poor.
A.
A is correct. Corker. That speech was a corker. A, excellent. B, insulting. C, ridiculous.
A.
A is correct. That concludes our first tier. How did you do?
I got 2 wrong.
That's pretty dang good, Mike.
Yeah. Most of those I've heard before.
Yeah.
Mollycoddle. Like I've heard that many times in or read it more likely, but
Yes.
for those who don't know, I am an enthusiast of Victorian literature.
That's why I did this.
That's why he did that.
And your favorite Victorian literature novel?
Oh, that'd be a hard one because there's a lot of authors from that era that are excellent.
Sure.
So I
Top
would
3
authors. I would say
primer. Do authors and then like a primer. Where should somebody start?
I mean, you got Dickens, who's huge. You have George Eliot. You got the Shelleys, right? You got Byron. He was active during that period. You got Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in that period. So it all depends because the earlier literature is going to be closer to Georgian literature, which would be like Jane Austen.
Sure.
And the later literature is going to be more Edwardian, which would be Sherlock Holmes, which early Sherlock Holmes was Victorian and later Sherlock Holmes was Edwardian, kind of bridges the gap.
Sure.
But the whole post-Dickens sort of Renaissance, that's the Edwardian stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. If you want early, I'd read like some George Eliot.
Yeah.
That's like Middlemarch. Middlemarch is very similar to a Jane Austen novel. And then later stuff, you can't go wrong with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle or, any of the early Sherlock Holmes stories. And Dickens, every Dickens novel is the same. So pick whichever one sounds the most interesting based on the synopsis and read it because they're exactly the same story over and over again.
God bless us, everyone.
Right? It's like the same story. I'm not going to ruin it because if you've seen the Christmas Carol is the most famous one. But I would not suggest reading the Christmas Carol. I didn't enjoy reading it as much as I enjoyed reading like A Tale of Two Cities or something.
Yeah. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Exactly.
But mostly the worst of times. Okay. We're going to the streetwise tier. So let's see how Mike would do on the streets of Victorian London, coming from, 2026.
Right. Yeah. Poorly.
Yeah. Go. All right. Bags o' mystery. Let us purchase some bags o' mystery from the street vendor. Are they sausages, letters, or gambling dice?
Sausages.
Yes. Bow wow mutton. The stew tasted suspiciously like bow wow mutton. Is it cheap lamb? Is it dog meat? Or is it burnt meat?
Dog meat.
Yes, you are correct. Arfarfanarf. Judging by his singing, the fellow is quite arfarfanarf tonight. Is that drunk, cold, or sick?
Drunk.
Yes. That's one of those, the onomatopoeias or whatever, the word that sounds like the sound that after you're drunk, you're like, arford, arford, arford. In the porcelain god. Bubble around. The papers have begun to bubble around the scandal. Travel quickly, spread praise, or attack someone publicly.
Spread quickly.
Attack someone publicly. But travel quickly is what it means modern day.
Oh, sure.
But as we said, Brian Herbert, language can change over time.
It definitely does.
Yes.
I've seen it multiple times in my short life.
Yes. Gay no longer means happy and carefree.
And other words related to that that have changed.
But if you look at the divorce statistics, gay might also mean happy and free. I don't know.
I think so.
All right. The next word is rantan. It's RAN-TAN. The sailors were on the rantan all night. Is that gambling, roaring drunk, or singing?
I'm going to say gambling.
It is roaring drunk, Mike.
That was my initial feeling.
Yep. You got to go with your gut on these things. Next word is DOS. DOSS. The laborers sought a cheap DOS after work. Is that a pub, a warehouse, or sleeping place?
Pub.
It is a sleeping place.
Ooh, they could doze.
But pub is a good guess. Pub is a good guess. I suppose, though, it kind of depends. And we're doing the streetwise stuff, so this is not people potentially who own their own homes. These are the common day workers and things, and they might have to go into the city for days at a time or go to their work for days at a time and find some place to sleep after their shift. I've actually got, so on my cigar here, I've got a split on the side that appeared. I'm going to take a picture of it for the Instagram. It does not seem, well, I'm not quite to the split yet, but it happened to split. It was fine when I lit it. I'll send you the picture because you can see the binder through it. It's quite pronounced. I don't think it'll be an issue to smoke through, though.
Oh, that should be fine. If you wet it down, it'll be fine.
Yeah, or if I get my cigar glue that you keep telling me to have.
I've never used cigar glue.
Yeah.
I would never, I shouldn't say would never use cigar glue, but I don't own a cigar that's expensive enough for me to want to use cigar glue.
Well, and if you have a cigar that's expensive enough, you likely won't need cigar glue.
Well, you would hope not.
All right, the next word. You ready, Mike?
Absolutely.
Shindy. Shindy. There is a great shindy outside the tavern. Is that a concert, market sale, or a quarrel?
I will say concert.
Quarrel. A noisy quarrel or fight. The next word is blighter. That miserable blighter stole my hat. Is that an annoying person, a friend, or a worker?
An annoying person.
Yes. We still use, well, I guess the next three. The next word is miffed. She seemed quite miffed at the remark. Is that confused, happy, or offended?
Offended.
You are correct. Bamboozle. He tried to bamboozle the shopkeeper with false coins. Is that trick or confuse, impress, or threaten?
Trick.
That is correct. And the next one, fisticuffs. The dispute ended in fisticuffs. Is that a fistfight, a duel, or a debate?
Fistfight.
Fistfight is correct. The next word is skint. Skint. I cannot join you at supper. I am quite skint. Is that busy, hungry, or broke?
Broke.
Broke is correct. I guess skint is like scant in a sense. All right, we use this one too. We use a bunch of these other ones. Narc. That boy is a police narc. Is that messenger, informer, or thief?
Informer.
Correct. Ragamuffin. The streets were filled with cheerful ragamuffins. Are those sailors, soldiers, or poorly dressed children?
Poorly dressed children.
That is correct. Cheeky. That clerk was terribly cheeky to his employer. Is that polite, nervous, or impertinent?
Impertinent.
You are correct. Hunky-dory. Everything is hunky-dory. No need to worry. Is that dangerous, going well, or expensive?
Going well.
You are correct. I know a few of these next, this next word here. Fuddy-duddy. Old Mr. Barnes is such a fuddy-duddy about modern inventions. Is that an inventor, a politician, or an old-fashioned person?
Old-fashioned.
Yes. The next one is lickspittle. He's nothing but a lickspittle to the wealthy. Is that a rival, a thief, or a flatterer?
Flatterer.
That is correct. Swell. That gentleman is quite the swell. Is that sailor, fashionable person, or banker?
Fashionable person.
Correct. And the last one of the streetwise tier is tittle-tattle. The town thrives on tittle-tattle. Is that poetry, law, or gossip?
Gossip.
That is correct. Where are you at with your cigar, Mike?
I'd say halfway. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'd say halfway.
How do you like it?
I like it. Outside of the split, but it's not posing an issue to my smoke. But yeah, I like it. It's kind of mellowed a little bit in the middle here, hasn't it?
It has mellowed. Not a bad thing because it was burnt. It was getting very spicy there about a quarter of the way
yeah,
through.
Yeah. There is still some spice. There's that kind of aftertaste of spice.
Oh, yeah. Still
mellowed.
Spicy.
Yeah.
That has mellowed, yes.
What's your count for the streetwise tier, Mike?
4 wrong.
4 wrong. You're doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, this is going to be my failure point coming up here.
Maybe. Yeah, these are the most interesting ones. And I found a whole book posted online that was basically a compendium with, paragraphs and things explaining whatever of all of this weird Victorian slang. So this is basically made up of two different sources of Victorian slang. But yeah, that one I'm gonna link both of them probably in the episode description, at least the one, because it was very interesting, a full PDF of a lot of background and stuff. I think it was written in like 1860 or something.
Oh, you should send that to me, or are you going to link it to a book?
Well, it's not a book, but I'll link it to you right now, Mike.
Perfect. I'm not going to read it until after the episode.
Oh, yeah, don't read it till after the episode, but it's something that you would definitely be interested in because it's from Gutenberg.org.
Oh, that's cool. Ah, this is very interesting.
Yeah, it's got all the, I'll plop it right in the chat here. You can open it up and save it for later, bookmark it, whatever you do. So far, I think you've been doing really, really good at this. But we're going to get into the criminal cant tier here. And remember, these are worth 3 points each.
3 biggins.
3 clams, Mike, 3 clams. The first one is Batty Fang. It's BATTY-FANG. If he refuses payment, we shall Batty Fang him. Is that rob him, beat him, or arrest him?
Beat him.
Like Michael Jackson says, you got to beat it. You are correct. Meter, MEATER. Do not trust him in a fight. He's a meter. Is that a butcher, pickpocket, or coward?
Coward.
You are correct. Rhino. The thieves divided the rhino afterward. Is that weapon, jewelry, or money?
Money.
Money is correct. Next word is gammon. Do not listen to his excuses. It is pure gammon. Is that promise, nonsense, or warning?
Nonsense.
Nonsense is correct.
Interestingly enough, that's used in modern day UK slang as pork.
Ah, there you go.
And as a racial slur, apparently.
Okay. Well, and it's spelled GAMMON, which is like backgammon, right? So I've never played backgammon. Is there some deception or kind of stuff in backgammon at all?
I've never played it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know either. But that's what I thought of when I saw gammon. The next one, this one should be very easy. It's still in use. Fence. He sold the stolen watch to a fence. Is it a dealer in stolen goods? Is it a guard or police officer?
A dealer in stolen goods who could be a guard or police officer.
Yeah, or an arson.
Not an arson. Dealer in stolen goods.
Yeah. Dealer in stolen goods. Not the arson, but the government that protects the arsons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Flash. He wore flash clothes to show his criminal trade. Is that dirty, cheap, or showy?
Showy.
Yes. City Faker. The City Faker forged another key. Is that a counterfeiter? Is that a burglar or a pickpocket?
Counterfeiter.
It is a burglar.
That was a good hint because he was breaking in, but
Yeah, forged another key. So yeah,
forged a key.
Yep. Prig. PRIG. The prig stole a horse from the stable. Is that a merchant, a guard, or a thief?
Thief.
Yes. Megsman. MAGSMAN. A clever megsman can talk his way into any purse. Is that a swindler, a smuggler, or a sailor?
Swindler.
Yes. Crack a crib. They plan to crack a crib tonight. Is that escape prison, start a fight, or break into a house?
Break into a house.
Yes. And we still use crib to describe houses today, even in America. So at least we did in the 90s. Don't know if we still do. So much has changed.
Yeah. I wouldn't use it today, but I did watch the show.
Yeah. Well, I remember other shows, they're like, nice crib you got here. Like even Richie Rich, I think they used it in Richie Rich. Like, oh, what a great crib. Anyway. Tool. The burglar kept his tools hidden beneath the coat. Are those burglary instruments, books, or knives?
Knives.
Burglary instruments. That's why I was laughing because it was like the burglar kept his tools. Are they burglary instruments?
Whatever. I was thinking gun. It couldn't possibly be. I was thinking gun. I was like, oh
yeah.
I'll mark that. God dang it.
Well, you can get excited. And, burglar instruments could be a good, false answer, too, to lure you into.
Right.
Answer. Yeah. Skulk. We use this word still. The thief chose to skulk through the alley. Is it fight, sleep, or move stealthily?
Move stealthily.
Yes. Rum Cove. That Rum Cove runs the entire gang. Is that a foolish man, a strange fellow, or a drunk man?
Drunk man.
Strange fellow.
Ooh.
Darkmans, DARKMANS. The robbery was done in the Darkmans. Is that prison, alley, or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Nighttime is correct. Fake away. He planned to fake away the stolen watch. Is that hide it, destroy it, or sell it dishonestly?
Hide it.
Sell it dishonestly.
Fake away.
Yep. Gull, GULL, like the bird, or the doors on a DeLorean. The gambler found an easy gull. Is that a friend, a guard, or a victim?
Victim.
That is correct.
Mark. He was a mark.
Yes. Lag, L-A-G. The police caught the lag fleeing the scene. Is that guard, merchant, or criminal?
Criminal.
Yep. We still use this next one too, the next couple. Plant. They will plant the stolen goods before the search. Is that bury the treasure, place secretly, or sell quickly?
Place secretly.
You are correct again. Nab. The constable tried to nab the thief. Is that bribe, follow, or arrest?
Arrest.
Correct. Squeeze. The gang tried to squeeze the shopkeeper. Is that hug him, extort money, or push aside?
Extort money.
That is correct. I feel like if you watch any mafia stuff, a lot of these words and phrases still kind of get used. It's not, but that's what they said too, is this kind of fell out of favor because they weren't that secret anymore.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I've heard many of these.
Yeah. 4chan days, right?
Yeah.
No, I would imagine they'd come up in Dickens for sure.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Who wrote Oliver Twist? Was that Dickens?
That was Dickens, yeah.
We watched that a lot as kids. I don't remember which one it is. Probably the one, whatever one is from like the 80s or whatever, 80s or 90s, right?
Right.
With the sometimes you see that scene used where he's going up and he wants more porridge or something, and the big headmaster or whatever is like, more. Quite a performance by that guy, yeah, for sure. I should watch that again. It's been so long since I've seen it. That's the end of our criminal cant. How did you do there, Mike?
I got 4 wrong.
Okay, so about the same as the working class.
Yes.
So that's good. I think you did pretty good, Mike.
I got 10 wrong total.
10 wrong total.
So, not quite an A. Not quite an A, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, they're weighted, right? So.
Well, yeah, and I got more wrong of the difficult ones.
Of the 2s and the 3s, but they're more difficult, so.
There we go.
Yeah, now I've got, because I knew we were going to kind of fly through it, and you were like, 75 questions, that's an awful lot. And I've got some fun stuff for us to go through here. And they're not really part of the guessing game. But if you would like to try and guess what these are, I have sentences for these. And these are brutal Victorian insults.
Right on.
So this is like our bonus round. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the word. I can give it to you in a sentence, and then you can tell me what you think it means, and we'll see. But this isn't really part of the game. I guess if it was, these would be like 4 or 5 points each. 'Cause these are well, one of them I recognize. A couple of them I recognize. But so the first one is blatherskite. Would you like this in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Ignore him entirely. The man is nothing but a blatherskite.
Well, tells a lot of lies. Person who tells a lot of lies.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you because it's a person who talks endlessly and foolishly. So
there we go.
The modern equivalent is a loudmouth idiot.
Well, yeah, it's blather, which is talk a lot, and then skite, which I would interpret as lies or like rumors.
Frivolity or something like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is snollygoster. SNOLLYGOSTER. Would you like this in a sentence?
Yes.
Okay. The mayor is a snollygoster, loyal only to his own purse.
A snollygoster, loyal to his own purse. I would say like a brown noser, affluent, upward mobile criminal type person, like a used car salesman type person.
Yes, I will give that to you as well because it is a clever but unprincipled person who manipulates others for personal gain. The modern equivalent would be sleazy opportunist. So
yeah,
literally any politician or used car salesman.
Yeah. I just try to break them down. Like, what are these two things supposed to represent?
Yeah. All right, the next one is lickspittle. Do not trust him. He's merely the Duke's lickspittle. Lickspittle.
Yeah, that's like ass-kissing subordinate.
You got it.
Like literally ass licker, I think.
Yep. Someone who flatters powerful people shamelessly. Modern equivalent is bootlicker.
Bootlicker. I think it's like literally he's like licks his spit or licks his ass,
yep. Yeah, well, spittle is that stuff that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're you're gluttonous and you're eating so much and you got the spittle coming out. And then you got someone here that's like a lickspittle. Like
licks it off his chin. Yeah.
So the lickspittle definitely has the Blue Lives Matter flag in their front yard.
Oh my God, yes. The conservative pride flag tattoo.
All right, the next one you should know. I mean, we use this one. Nincompoop.
Oh yeah, idiot, moron.
Yep. Modern equivalent is idiot. The definition is foolish or incompetent person. The next one is blunderbuss. not to be confused with the gun or weapon of the same name, but this is specifically applied to a person.
Sure. Yeah, use it. I can imagine what it's going to be, but use it in a sentence.
Invite him in the evening will become a catastrophe. The fellow is a complete blunderbuss.
Explodes with verbal diarrhea, probably has an angry overtone, but likes to yell.
Yeah, someone loud, clumsy, or socially disastrous. The modern equivalent is walking disaster. So it's
I was a little off.
Well, I mean, you could apply it to like the drunk uncle that comes to Thanksgiving,
right? Like that. Yeah, exactly. Like somebody who's gonna like spout off at a party is what I was saying. Not necessarily causing a fight.
Yeah, well, this isn't necessarily causing a fight either. This is just socially disastrous. And we remember we talked about Victorian England at the top of the episode, where everything needs to be polite and that's what they value the most. So if you're calling someone a blunderbuss, that's a pretty big insult for the era.
Right. They're not calling each other motherfuckers to their face.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is somebody who walks into an Israeli party and says something about Palestine,
Right.
All right. The next one is fopdoodle. Fopdoodle. That overdressed fopdoodle thinks himself irresistible.
Fopdoodle, I'm going to guess, would be overly dressed fancy man, like a metrosexual.
Yep, a ridiculous vain fool. So it says the modern equivalent vain idiot, but I think metrosexual or more specifically the neighbors to Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation are fopdoodles. They wear the matching, like tracksuits. And next word is Gabby, Gaby. Do not listen to him. He's a complete Gabby.
Somebody who talks a lot about nonsense.
I guess you could extrapolate it to become that. The definition is a simpleton or fool. Modern equivalent would be moron.
Ah, definitely tricked on that one. I would have just said somebody who talks.
I think if it was Gabby,
sure,
then it might be, but it's just got the one B.
Yeah, just the one B.
All right, the next one is scapegrace. SCAPEGRACE. All one word. The sentence is, that scapegrace nephew has squandered yet another inheritance.
Somebody who got grace and who escaped it, I'm guessing. That's exactly what it is in the sentence. So somebody who's had opportunities and wasted them.
Yeah, someone who behaves badly and disgraces their family. So a family screw-up.
Oh, okay. Like a scapegoat, but not.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, this one's going to be fun. I'm excited. Flibbertigibbet. FLIBBERTIGIBBET. Stop chattering like a flibbertigibbet.
Like somebody who has a mental disability.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the definition is a silly, overly talkative person. The modern equivalent would be an airhead.
Oh, sure.
So
not exactly the same.
Not exactly the same, but there might be a diagnosis there. I don't know. But, someone who kind of nervously talks to fill silence maybe might be the best. Or,
sure.
You would say, oh, that person just loves to hear themselves talk. That would be a flibbertigibbet. Not really any substance to what they're saying, but they're saying stuff nonetheless. All right, the next one is mumpsimus. MUMPSIMUS. The professor remains a mumpsimus, clinging to his errors.
Somebody who has fallen in social class.
Potentially, it's a stubborn person who refuses to correct a mistake. The modern equivalent is kind of like willfully ignorant.
Sure. Interesting. I like it.
Yeah. All the mumpsimuses who voted for no new wars.
Yes.
Or what have you. It could be anybody, any side. Blighter. BLIGHTER. I don't know if we did this one or not, but that blighter cheated at cards again.
I remember this one because I did answer it correctly, but I interpreted it as asshole or like unpleasant, like thief person.
Yeah, a contemptible or irritating person. Modern equivalent is jerk or asshole.
Yeah.
Milksop. MILKSOP. Stand up for yourself, you milksop.
Baby. Being a baby.
Yeah, weak, cowardly, or overly delicate person. Modern equivalent is wimp.
I've heard that one before.
Yes. So there's the real Victorian burn. Victorian insults often attacked character or social standing, which could be far more cutting in that era than profanity. So you wouldn't necessarily swear at them, but you would say things that would try and cut down their character or social standing. So you could call someone a coward, and that transferred over to kind of even the Wild West. You're yellow, you're less of a man. And this is interesting because in Victorian England, calling someone a flatterer was an insult.
Interesting. So the manipulation, they were calling out the manipulation.
Yes. Yep. They knew that you were saying untrue things about someone else to gain favor with them. So they're calling you, a liar and someone who sucks up to people and lick spittle and all that stuff, all in one word, just calling you a flatterer. Oh, he's a flatterer. You've got a whole slew of meaning behind that in the context of Victorian England. Calling someone socially improper, a lot of the insults and a lot of the words had to do with people acting outside of societal norms.
They were very big on that. The hierarchy, the social structure, behaving. Yeah. They had a lot of social Darwinism. So this is like that era. And the end of the period, England always treated their poor bad.
Yeah.
That's where the workhouses came in. They would just force these people into workhouses, and they would provide for them through the workhouse. So there were no homeless people.
Yes.
Right? And they weren't necessarily good conditions.
No.
And the rationale changed, but the behavior pattern didn't, right? And that's where Dickens came in with all of his stories about the tramp who was with a heart of gold and the boss that's an evil moron person.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this has parallels in America as well, and I only say that because we're in America. And you think about Upton Sinclair, The Jungle, right? He wrote about the working conditions of meatpacking plants, and a lot of that stuff was here as well with the hierarchy and hiding some of that stuff and the conditions.
Oh yeah, the Industrial Revolution started in England and came here later. So they had more of it, more of the same.
We had a blueprint to follow, and then I don't know exactly why. Maybe more of our freedom of speech or not wanting to follow England 100%. And then the other thing that was a big insult was calling somebody a disgrace to their family, the black sheep of the family.
Oh, yeah, big time, especially amongst the rich people. That was huge. You could lose marriage alliances over shit like that.
Oh, yeah. You'd lose marriage alliances, estates,
absolutely.
Push jobs or whatever, right? Like positions or...
Yeah, there were serious social consequences.
Appointments, yeah. So instead of swearing, as, a lot of Americans like to do at one another, Victorians preferred kind of a surgical verbal humiliation. And they would say things like, "Sir, I believe you to be a scoundrel and worse, a bore. So not only are you a scoundrel, but you're fucking boring."
Hell yeah. The old-timey insults are great. That's one of the best parts about Victorian literature.
Yeah, I've seen the breakdown too of if you in modern English, if you say just like at work, you say about one of your coworkers, "Who is this clown?" You're one, calling them a clown. Two, you're saying they're not even a well-known clown. Like they suck at being a clown. Like you can clearly see they're a clown, but they're not a famous clown. They're a bad clown. They're not even good at being a clown. Like it's a double whammy.
Yep. And clowns are the second lowest form of entertainment, right? Right above stand-up comedians.
Yeah. Something like that. So, yeah, that's all I have on the Victorian slang guessing game. I think you did very, very well, Mike.
Well, thank you. I don't know if I did very, very well. I did fine. Missed some easy ones in there.
Well, you did a good job trying to break down kind of the different words that made up the bigger one.
I know enough of the background language that the slang, you put two slang terms together or unknown terms together, and that gives you what it means.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's very interesting. We do the same thing with modern conjunctions. So
yeah, and it's interesting because Victorian England is close enough to the same way we talk now that you can kind of guess these words if you've read things. It's not like trying to go back and read some Shakespeare and figure out what the insult meant, or not as difficult.
No, we can read their literature and documents and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
For sure. Even in Georgian, that's kind of why I enjoy it, because Georgian era, they're removed enough to where you have to research what the fuck is actually going on. Like, you're not going to get the social subtext in Georgian literature without effort. But Victorian literature, you can. It's an industrialized society. We are directly related to that society. Some of it's obviously old-timey language, but my grandparents talked like that, right? Like,
oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up with nincompoop and a lot of those other words.
Exactly.
And people still, in modern heist movies, they still use fence. Who's the fence?
Oh, yeah. Everybody who's ever played a video game where you sell stuff stolen, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, you watch any mafia shows or movies, they're always using a fence or something like that, right? They're using a lot of these same terms in those movies and shows, whether that's, historically accurate for mafia people or not, it doesn't really matter. You can understand the context of these things, especially with the whole section being called like criminal can't, like it's not going to be a guard or a policeman. It's going to be something criminal.
Right. It's not going to be good things. It's going to be bad things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be good things. Like they could have a different slang term for yacht or the hideout or whatever. But
oh, yeah. And they still, England has a ton of different regional accents. It's insane, the level of isolation their language groupings have.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot crazy here, too.
We do. And it's underappreciated. But if you think about it, we have a lot of vocal drift in zones. And we happen to be in a major zone that's coming down from Canada.
Yeah.
But
and I think the difference between America and England is such a smaller land area than America is. So to think that, the Cockney accent or the Northern accent or the London accent or whatever it is drastically different is crazier in proportion to the smaller landmass. And here it's like, oh, I'm thousands of miles away from Georgia, so of course I talk differently than Georgia or Florida or Louisiana,
Right. Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I used to know it by heart, but I'm going to look it up. How long is the landmass to the UK,
Yeah.
That's what
I'm going to say know. Mike's line, Google the show.
Right. There we go. I searched the first one, didn't give me what I wanted. Now I'm going to have to search the second one. Why not, right? Google the show, everybody. Yeah, it's not a very big place. It is approximately 600 miles north to south and 300 miles wide.
Yep.
So that is like the size of a state.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes 3.5 days probably to go from the north side to the south side of the country if you go from like the Canadian border to Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even like Maine to Florida, right? I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. That's the shortest route.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's wild. They had if you think about it, it's sad. They were so repressed for so long that these different language groups developed because they were so socially isolated. They didn't blend.
Yeah.
Right? Like their society was extremely repressive for a very long time. Some people argue it still is.
Well, yeah. The interesting thing that I always like to point out, and I know I pointed out before on the show, is that how the English speak today is not how they've always spoken. They spoke a lot more like us, or maybe a lot more like the East Coasters. And then after the Revolutionary War, the elite class started talking with that accent. And then every other class in England copied that. And the Revolutionary War basically changed the entire way that country spoke.
That's crazy. I've heard that before.
Yeah, isn't it wild? Because you go back and people are doing Shakespeare and they're trying to do a British accent, and you're like, dude, man, they talked a lot more like us in Shakespeare's time. Like the only reason they talk how they talk now is because we won the Revolutionary War with France's help, but we won, and they wanted to set themselves apart from what they saw as the rebellious scum over here. So they did that accent in the upper classes, and then the lower classes picked that up. And that's why you've got, that really like harsh sounding like Cockney accent and whatever. It's a lot less refined than the upper crust British, but that didn't exist before the Revolutionary War.
That's weird. History is weird. It's like the transatlantic accent.
Yeah.
It's like, it's invaded. It's invaded.
Yep. Yep. It is strange times, but I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm just about done with the cigar. I really liked it. It's still spicy
really like
at the
this
end
cigar.
here. It's tough. What am I going to rate this? Do I like it better? I gave the Bolivar pretty high marks. And the Cohiba's pretty high marks. And this is a pretty good cigar. What am I going to do, Mike? I don't know. It's at least a 4. At least. But it's probably... Is it... I'm trying to think back to the Bolivar. Is this better than the Bolivar? The Bolivar came out of nowhere for me. That was a good surprise. Boy, it's at least a 4. It's a 4 something, though. It's a 4 something. I'm going to give it a 4.5. 4.5.
So why 4.5?
Well, I'm trying to think about it. And even though I had the split, but I know like Romeo Julieta is a great brand. It mellowed out. It kept the spice. It kept some of the spice. The spice still happens at the end. I really liked it. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I did have the split, which is just packaging kind of, I guess. But if I wouldn't have had the split, maybe I'd give it a little bit more. But I kind of got to go with my gut, I guess, on this. I think it's better than the Bolivar slightly.
I agree. I think it's better than the Bolivar only because I'm smoking it. There's an inch left. There's still spice. I still want to smoke it.
Yes.
It's not a 5 because this last bit is a bit boring, but it's not bad. Like I still want to smoke it.
And there's still a bit of spice, but it's not exciting. Still good though.
No, it's still a good cigar. Medium bodied, spicy cigar is very hard to nail.
Yeah.
And they got it. I like this cigar.
They got it. I'm going to put the links, at least to this Gutenberg document for you to check out for the Victorian language slang. Otherwise, thank you for listening and we will catch you next week.
Be safe, have fun.